Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. I thought WWE Backlash was fantastic. I thought it flowed well, and I thought the matches were really good. So now let's break down each match and maybe what it means moving forward. So the show kicked off with Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. My prediction before this match was that Braun Breaker needed this win more than Seth Rollins, and that this would be a huge win for Braun Breaker in the trajectory of his career if he's actually going to be a massive superstar in WWE, if he's actually going to main event WrestleManias. And that's exactly what happened. Braun Breaker picks up this win, picks up his biggest win on the main roster as a singles competitor, and Braun Breaker is on his way up. Don't be surprised if Braun Breaker is holding a major title by the end of the year. Now, this match was probably a B+, B-, somewhere in that range. It was really, really, really good at times, but also a little bit sloppy at times as well. I thought Braun Breaker really showed up. Definitely the best match of his singles career. Definitely. We've obviously seen Seth Rollins have better matches before, but he's trying to also elevate Braun Breaker at the same time. I also think Seth Rollins is trying to do too many things that he shouldn't be doing anymore. Like, Seth Rollins is not Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay has way more athleticism and flippy-dippy stuff than Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can do a lot of cool stuff. But there's a difference between being a Will Ospreay in terms of your flips, your maneuvers, all that type of stuff, and being the wrestler that Seth Rollins is. He tried a couple things that didn't go, that weren't perfectly executed, and kind of made the flow of the match a little less smooth, let's say. And so I think Seth Rollins should tweak that moveset into more, more strike heavy, more things like AJ Styles would do, right? AJ Styles could still springboard and all that stuff. He could still do springboard 450s, but he executed his strikes on such a lethal basis that it just looked so good, and it also helped elevate him later in his career. I think Seth Rollins, and maybe he alluded to this in the interview he did with Michael Cole before the show, that he kind of needs to change who he is. He can still be one of the best in the world, 100%. But he needs to alter and tweak that. So maybe him kind of not executing those moves perfectly, like the flip off the top rope from the Frankensteiner and the swim through over the top into kind of supposed to be into a power bomb, but kind of fell on his head, and then Breaker did the moonsault. Maybe he can use that as the story. Like, he lost a step here, but he continues to lose. He lost to Gunther, lost to Braun Breaker. Now what is he going to do? He had a few botches in that match. So there could be built a story around kind of the downfall of Seth Rollins and how he's going to pick himself up from the ashes. Potentially could be the story. But if I'm Seth Rollins on a very real level, I am tweaking my moveset slightly so I can continue to have longevity, but also continue to have great matches, and also maybe continue to not rely on my partner who I'm wrestling with as a perfect base. Now, Braun Breaker needs to do a better job. If Seth Rollins is going to flip over the top of him, he has to be very steady with that arm so that Seth Rollins actually has a base to move his body over. And the Frankensteiner for Braun Breaker sometimes looks very bad. He's too busy doing like the little point thing than actually getting his legs wrapped and giving the partner something to hold on to so they actually have a cue to flip over. If the legs just slide off of you, there's no real cue for you to flip over, and that's what makes it hard to get the timing down. And so they did it. He executed it twice, kind of very in a mediocre way, and then the third time Seth Rollins tried to land it, he sort of did. They tried to do that kind of face-to-face, oh my God, how'd you do that thing? I don't think that didn't make the match better for me. But overall, I thought the match was good, B+, but there's some things in there that I think both need to tweak, and Braun Breaker needs to keep elevating his in-ring game if he wants to be a guy for the WWE very soon. So, there we go. There's that. Next match, Sami Zayn, Trick Williams. Everyone seems to love Trick Williams. I think his work rate is mediocre. Like, in the ring, I think Trick Williams is mediocre. Of course, he has charisma and swag and character and aura and all these types of things, which you need to be a superstar in the WWE. But I just can't get past the fact that I think his strikes look shit. And I just think his movements are not fluid. They don't flow. He doesn't look like a wrestler. He doesn't look like he's like comfortable in the ring. I think some people really love him. Some people think he's the best thing that's ever happened to WWE in a long time. I think he potentially could be a star. but I'm on the train of Braun Breaker and Oba Femi being bigger stars than Trick Williams. But I think Trick Williams is great. I think he's doing he's doing well in his role right now. But I really would like to see him execute his strikes a little bit better. I don't see his finish being very. It doesn't look devastating. It's not executed really with precise precision. His cyclone boot kind of looks okay. I don't know what this like back fist thing he does. His arm is like in here, very tight to his body, and it looks weird. Anyways, but as he continues to improve, then of course he continues to get more opportunities. And Sami Zayn is Sami Zayn. I don't really get what he's doing anymore. I'd like to see other people have that spot. I'd rather see Trick Williams be feuding with like Ilya Dragunov or Carmelo Hayes or people like that. But Sami Zayn is in the spot because he kind of can guarantee to have a great match. Because no matter what you say about Sami Zayn, he's a fantastic professional wrestler and he can have pretty much a great match with anyone. And so that's why he's in there with Trick Williams right now. But I'd like to see something else happen where maybe couple young guys get after it a little bit. So I thought that match was pretty good. Not as good as Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, but still a very good professional wrestling match. And the first two matches got good time, which is great. That's what they should have done at WrestleMania, but they didn't because they had too many fucking commercials that they want to put out at WrestleMania. And to see what happens when you give them time. You can let the story build. You can have matches that are quality and solid and high intensity and have the fans in their seat, or out of their seat, excuse me. So that was good. Then we moved on to the Danhausen, Minihausen, Miz, Kit Wilson thing. I'm not really going to comment much on Danhausen. People seem to love him. Great. Fans seem to love him. Kids seem to love him. Great. What am I to say that shouldn't be? That's amazing. I would have just liked the reveal for his partner to be something cool. Randy Orton, Pat McAfee, the fucking Miz, have be his partner. I don't know. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, something. But it really made the fans and I think Kit Wilson and the Miz look stupid by having it be Minihausen. So I would have not done that. I think that was stupid. Again, WWE can do whatever they want with Danhausen. They're going to get all the juice out of that freaking squeeze until there's nothing left. And right now, it's making a lot of money. So great. I think, again, because of things like this, The Miz continues to be the most underrated performer in the history of WWE. He makes everything work, and a lot of high praise goes to Kit Wilson. Certainly goes to Kit Wilson for giving that match his full effort, regardless of the circumstances. High praise to Kit Wilson for being an absolute pro and an extremely, extremely good professional wrestler. I don't care for Danhausen, but once again, the fans, the kids, the merch sales love it. Keep it going then. Fuck it. Keep it going until it all runs out. Maybe it never will. But I just disagree with the Minihausen. I thought it should have been a real kind of superstar in WWE. But it is what it is. That was WWE's choice. Good for them. So that was like kind of a weird match. But again, The Miz and Kit Wilson deserve our praise for what they did out there. Then we move on to Io Sky and Asuka. This was a fantastic match. Maybe the match of the night. Two of the best women's wrestlers on the planet. Two of the best wrestlers on the planet. Fantastic match. Great chemistry. Good pacing. Well done. It looked like that was Asuka's last match in WWE. We know Kairi Sane is already gone. Kairi Sane was also in Tampa, maybe to receive Asuka. It looked like it was her last match. She didn't, put her boots in the ring or anything like Brock Lesnar. But there was a hug, there was an embrace, there was crying. Charlotte Flair posted a picture. Asuka posted a picture beforehand. So maybe Asuka has decided that she wants to step away from WWE or she wants to step away from wrestling or whatever the case may be. It obviously looks like Io Sky will still be in WWE and heavily featured like she always is because she's the best women's wrestler on the roster, one of the best wrestlers on the roster, period. And it potentially looked like that was Asuka's very last WWE match, and it happens to be against Io Sky at Backlash. So thank you. If it is her match, thank you, Asuka. We were not ready for you. You're amazing, and God bless you, and cheers to whatever you do in your next adventure. And Io Sky, thank you. So I think that match was an A. Great match, fantastic match. Kudos to both women. And then the main event of the evening was Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. A fantastic main event here. Jacob Fatu showed that he's really, really ready. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the strap on him at SummerSlam or at some time soon. The rumor was that Roman Reigns was going to face Seth Rollins actually at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. I just don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't even know if Roman Reigns is still going to be champion at SummerSlam, because at this rate, you give the strap to Jacob Fatu. You really do. He looked fantastic in the main event. Roman Reigns was selling his ass off for him for the tongue and death grip. It was fucking sweet. He was standing tall at the end of the show. He's throwing security guards. He's throwing the agents. He's doing everything. Roman Reigns still picks up the win, but fucking barely. There was an outside interaction between the Usos and all this type of stuff in the bloodline. It was just a couple fucking big dogs getting after it in the center of the ring. Roman Reigns using the exposed buckle to beat Jacob Fatu. But Jacob Fatu actually ends up standing tall to end the show, to end Backlash. Now, the same thing happened with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes to end WrestleMania, and then literally nothing has happened with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. We now know that Gunther is the new challenger, so I don't know what WWE is doing there. We haven't seen Randy Orton since he literally punted Cody Rhodes' head off. We've seen Cody Rhodes the whole time, so obviously that didn't affect him that much. We haven't seen Randy Orton, and he stood tall to end WrestleMania night one, and Jacob Fatu did the same thing to end Backlash. So are we going to continue to see Jacob? I assume so. The feud will continue, and I would not be surprised if at some point in the near future WWE pulls the trigger and puts the title on Jacob Fatu. But maybe. Yeah, so maybe, but they still could do Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins night 2 of SummerSlam. It wouldn't be for the World Heavyweight Championship, which is totally fine. Roman Reigns versus anyone at this point is a main event match because Roman Reigns is the god of WWE. But I'm actually all in right now on seeing Jacob Fatu as World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know if he's going to be a great champion. I don't know how long he's going to carry the belt. I don't know if he even has the ability to carry the belt, but I think he can do it, and I think it's time to pull the trigger as soon as possible. Some people think because of this match, Roman Reigns is basically going to take a break for the summer, or is going on vacation, or won't be back for a while, and maybe that was the confusion online about the June dates. I have no idea, but Jacob Fatu has great momentum right now, and I think it's time to pull the trigger and put the strap on Jacob Fatu. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of Backlash? What's happening next? Let me know in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.